When you're pulling crankbaits, you want to make sure they're tuned properly. I cannot overemphasize the importance of having a bait that runs true straight down, that digs right down instead of flaring off to one side or the other. I always carry a crankbait tuner around my neck when I'm pulling cranks. Just always make sure they're tuned. Even after, the bait will be running good and then a fish will hit it and it'll be all out of whack. So you gotta constantly check these baits and make sure they're running good. And we're out here fishing for trout and salmon today. And it is important to have these baits running good for trout and salmon, but I cannot overemphasize the importance for a walleye. Walleyes are a little bit more picky, it seems like at times, and trout and salmon are just so aggressive, but you still gotta have those baits running good. If they're not gonna get down to the correct depths that you want them to dive to, and they're gonna be flaring up, and sometimes they'll even be so bad they'll flare up and they'll be dragging on the surface. On a calm day like this, you can see that lure dragging behind the board, but if you have any type of wind or waves, you're not gonna see that lure just floating on the surface behind your board. Now, I can honestly say that I've never had to tune a Rapala right out of the box. Every time I open up a new one, I put it in the water, I test it, and it digs straight down. It's absolutely perfect. But after you catch a few fish with that one lure, they tend to get a little beat up. These salmon are just so strong and powerful. They just torque that lure and bend the hooks and bend that O-ring on there. So after you net a fish, it never hurts just to check it and make sure it's still running straight, because it's something that'll dramatically increase your catch rate, and it's so easy to do. It takes 5 seconds to tune one of these baits. And what I do is I turn this O-ring that's embedded into the bill of the lure. I either turn it left or right, corresponding to whether the lure is flaring up to the right or flaring up to the left. And once I have it done, I throw it in the water, and I want to really pull this rod hard. Really yank it. Make sure that lure digs nice and deep. When you're turning on your boards, when you're taking corners, that lure is going to be going faster than if you just hold it next to the side of the boat. What I want to emphasize again is that I'm adjusting the embedded ring that's stuck into the bill of the lure. Not this split ring here, the one that's stuck into the lure. I'm bending that twisting it to the left or to the right, depending on which way that bait is running and which way I want to correct it to make it run straight down.